Hello everyone, Kevin from K-Tech Services. It's going to be another digitizing video, part two of the R. Okay, let's get started here. So we imported the graphic into Design Shop. Now we're going to start digitizing this. Okay, so we have our vector art here. So obviously we're going to be, let's see here. So the blue is actually the foam and the red is actually satin, but they're both satin stitches, but one's foam and the outline stitch. We're going to do the outline stitch first, and then obviously the blue foam is second. So let's get started here. So we're just basically I'm just going to select both of them and I'm going to auto convert them, so it converts them into stitches. So now I can actually turn off the vector artwork. We'll get back to the blue later. Let's talk about the outline stitch first, which is what we're going to stitch out first. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do, we got two pieces here and two elements. We have this part first, and then the outline of the R second. Let's go ahead and select both of them, and then right click and go to Properties, and let me move myself over here. And then we can turn off auto. Okay. If you're using auto density, I know there's two different. There's old school and new school. I'll just go ahead and kind of give you an idea on the new school. Everybody's using percentage now. It's backwards thinking of anything else that you work with Design Shop. The more stitches, because right now we're 1,946 stitches at 100%. So if I go down from 100% to go to 90%, now it's 2,315 stitches. So you're adding more stitches. So the lower the percentage from 100%, more stitches, up higher from 100%, less stitches. Okay. I like 90% for this, and then I'm going to make sure I turn off the automatic fill feature to 0, apply. On the underlay, I'll turn off auto. I like 22 points, zigzag stitch. I'd like to use a percentage. Absolute or percentage are the same thing. It's just difference in percentages in a way, if that makes any sense. So I like 70%. I like 12 points for the amount of density I like. Um, Compensation, 2 is fine. You can leave it there. I do like to use the minimum 8. It's always 8 points minimum on anything. On the lock stitch, I like to make sure that they both set to 3. In compensation, I like to use, since this is going to be a 3D foam uh, file, okay, since it's two color too. So I'm going to overextend that first stitch a lot. Okay, 12 points. Okay, I know that's crazy looking, but that's what we need to do. Okay, because they're two color lettering shifts and pulls like no tomorrow. Okay, plus the fact it's foam. It pulls, and it's on a cap. It pulls. Okay, so we just overcompensate as much as we can because if I turn that on there, that's going to cover. If I turn off that and we look at this, there's the blue line like right here. So you're half into that. So that should, the worst thing ever is to have where it separates and then you see the color of the hat and then you literally ruin the hat. So you definitely want to overcompensate as much as you can because embroidery is a flaw art. Okay. So we'll go back to where I was. Okay. We'll turn 3D back on and then we'll turn off that section right now. So we're going to clean this up real quick. It's all about flow with me when I'm doing so, how the stitches are flowing and everything. Okay, we're going to start out with this one first. Now, one thing I do want to point out real quick here is always pay attention to your icon and when you lay on something, how it changes. Okay, that is the key of to tell you what you're on. Okay, so if I hover over this, it's telling me that I'm on that, so I can actually move the start point. Or if I go over here, it's telling me I'm on the end point. Well, I want to end over here and I want to start here. Okay. So if I go over to the points here, that's telling me that I'm on that digitizing point that I actually can move it. Unlimited undo and redo. Okay. So and then right now that the crosshairs, it's telling me that I can actually move that whole element. Okay. So just always pay attention to how your icon changes. Okay. As you hover or touch something. Okay. All right, so I'm okay with that. Now, the only thing here, if you look here, it's kind of bunching on these stitches here. You might possibly can get a thread break out of that and stuff. So how to fix that? Now, granted, this is mostly the stitches that are underneath it. So when we do the blue, when the blue goes over, you're not going to hardly ever see that. So go to line direction, and what I usually do is I kind of start getting rid of some of these line directions and stuff. Now that's still not right because it's literally the stitches are going like it's kind of going like crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my line direction stitch here, and then I'm going to do a imaginary line right there. Boom! It cuts it in two pieces, and it's still going horizontally. So then it's not trying to do the whole angle and that and everything to go, and which can cause a lot of problems. So flow is a big deal with me. If you watch any of my videos, it's all about flow. Okay, so I'm okay with the rest of it. Everything looks nice and good. We're looking at this almost 1,000% of actual size. That's where we're looking at it right now. If I do one to one, that's actual size. Okay, so I'm going to go zoom last. Okay, all right. I'm okay with that, but let's take it real fast. Okay, it's got a splice in it. Sometimes I'll take that out. Now, granted, it'll distort it, but I just do a line there and boop, fixed. And maybe I'll kind of get there. Yeah, there we go. That makes it a little bit better. Sometimes you just have to play with it so you get the right flow to it. Okay. I saved it. Okay, I'm okay with that. Got some stitches. Well, okay. Let's look at this one a little bit. We got some stitches on top of stitches here, so I'm going to start just kind of deleting a couple things. That's a little bit better. Yep. Let's see. Maybe we're going to bring that down. That's a little bit better. Okay. Sometimes you just have to play with it. Now, granted, this is, so I like that flow a little bit better. So sometimes, as you do more of this, you'll get you'll get the knack of it. Um, Now, this is kind of bunching up a little bit, but it's okay. Unfortunately, since I overextended the stitch length, it could do this, but it should be okay. It's got short stitches turned on. Sometimes if I go ahead and delete some of these things, I can, get the right kind of angle there. It's okay. Can you guess? Sometimes you just have to go ahead, sew it, and try it out. I like that. I like this better because if I look at my original file, I did it. I did the same thing here. So it's more of the look, okay? Because I could do, you know, I could do my trick that I always do, and kind of do that, but then it might not look as good. So you have to try it. You have to try it sometimes. But I'll just go ahead and put it back to where it was. Okay, I kind of like that there. Okay. All right. Okay, we got a hot mess over here. So I'm gonna get rid of these splices. Okay, granted it's because it's distorted here. So I'm just gonna start deleting some of these line directions, and that should fix that. And let's see here. Yep, see? And nope, I like that. That works for me. Let's see here. Okay, I like that a little bit better. So again, you just kind of have to kind of play with it. Oh, sure don't like that. So you just have to kind of play with it a little bit until you get the right kind of flow. Okay. Let's see here. I don't know if I quite like that bend here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's over here. Let's see here. That's all right. Well, you got it. Oh, that's a little bit better. Come on. There we go. Okay, I like that. See, I'm a stickler about flow. Okay, so okay, that's it. That's done. Okay, so okay, but we have a trim here, so we need to fix that. Eliminate the trims because you don't need a trim in this. I mean, you can leave it, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a walk stitch. Now on my keyboard here, I have them all set. On the accelerator keys editor, you can actually like on complex and stuff. Column one, I have the number one. My complex fill, I have C. Walk stitch, walk normal. Um, I have W. So on my keyboard, I just hit that as I'm digitizing. You can program it however you like. In this case, I'm just going to walk over to here. So I'm going to hit W. The crosshairs is basically telling me the last stitch. I'm just going to walk over here because I can do that because the blue is going to cover all that, or the fill stitch, or that foam. Okay. And then what I got to do is I got to change the start. I got to move the start over here. And then I'm going to actually going to end at the bottom. So I'm going to change that to down. Well, actually, what I can do is actually move that right up into here because my first stitch is going to be inside of here because it's the foam. Okay, and then as I save it, it should get rid of that trim. Okay, because it walked over. The less trims, the better. Okay. Okay, so we're good. Make sure I save, and we got that done. Okay, now we can actually jump over to the other stitch here. I'm actually going to end it right here and continue with another part. Okay, check out the part three coming next. Okay, thank you for watching. Make sure you do a thumbs up and for me, I would appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.